Afternoon all. Thought I'd have an afternoon game today. So I've had my cappuccino and let's see, let's play d4 for a change. So I can play anything in the opening. I can play to a certain extent anyway, d4, c4 and e4. I've got this pet system against the Benko Gambit, so I'll play that. But he's played e6 and this is kind of annoying actually, so I'm a bit uncomfortable here. But let's try and play this reasonably solidly. So black's going to get a big centre with d5 potentially, but I'll try and keep solid. I'll play knight f3, maybe bishop e2, and try and neutralise black on that semi-open f file. So this is going to be kind of dangerous. But at the moment I've got a potential tempo game with knight c4, which he's not playing d5 yet, but now he has. Maybe he's got c4 actually. Now he's given me c4. I'm not sure about his last move, because now maybe I can try and win this pawn. It's not too risky. Just simply try and win this pawn. Actually, he's rook d8. What am I talking about? Rook d8. Okay. So anyway, what can I play here? Maybe queen c2, but then knight b4. Seems a bit passive. Queen c2, knight b4, queen b1. Alright, I think I'll go for that anyway. See what he does. Is he actually going to... He can't play that. He'll end up losing a pawn, surely. If knight b4, queen b1, cd, knight d4. There's no sack there or anything. Alright, so now he's threatening like knight f4. I think I'll play rook e1 to play bishop f1 if knight f4. Try and expose that e6 as a weakness. And try and keep my king safety quite reasonably solid, but actually he's got things like knight h3, and if g takes, rook f3, but then maybe I've got bishop g2. So his e6 is a bit under fire here. C takes d, what would I be playing? Maybe rook e6 is playable. I've got to be concerned about this diagonal though as well. This bishop on this diagonal could be kind of dangerous. And now, is d takes c possible here? Bishop takes b2? Or will he play knight b4? If he plays knight b4, then he might even have knight d3 next. So this is getting a little bit hairy. But on the other hand, I might have bishop f6s in that line, and rook e6 if he's not careful. Also, bishop takes d3. But I don't know. He's bearing down my king kind of uncomfortably. So maybe I do want to sort of let him take that pawn by just playing a3 and let him take that pawn, or do I want to be greedy with d takes? If d takes though, I think he'll be picking up my c5 pawn with advantage. So alright, I'll try and prevent this knight b4 possibility just by playing a3, because yeah, this knight b4 to d3 looks a little bit dangerous. Looks a bit greedy to do d takes. Also, if he takes, then rook d1, and he's bearing down now on my f3, so maybe I should take here and be very careful now about these possibilities, like maybe knight g2 or knight h3 is dangerous. So do I want to try and blockade? I can't blockade with bishop d3 because of that knight. What about g3 though? Then the diagonal is really dangerous. So this is tricky. What about just protecting my queen with rook c1 to be able to play something like to be able to move the knight potentially, or even just queen d4 actually here. But then knight h3, g takes, and queen c6 is dangerous unless f3 and then bishop g2. So maybe queen d2 is a solid move. Well, let's hope it's reasonably solid. But he has actually got bishop g5, then queen a5. Or queen b4. Actually, yeah, this knight h3 is very dangerous. G takes, queen c6, f3. Am I really holding that? I don't know. Trying to just keep control of the position here. He's got a 30-second advantage. So what about just if he plays queen c6? Maybe I can get away with f3. All right, now maybe queen a5 here to try and get the queens off. Also attacking g5. So that seems quite a nifty move, queen a5. Maybe a little bit annoying, but I got to try and crawl back on the clock as well here. So queen c6, maybe I've got queen takes g5, but then knight h3, g takes, and then queen h1 mate. So that's a bit of a trap. What about just f3 here though? Trying to keep things solid. So refusing to take that bishop on g5. Okay, yeah, because that knight h3 check was kind of vicious. G takes and queen h1. So yeah, I'm on the receiving end here of a lot of pressure. Okay, I'm going to have to... Oh. Okay, if king h1, queen takes f3... No, that doesn't work. G takes thing. So can I just play king h1? If I take queen takes f3, does seem kind of dangerous. In fact, crushing. So let's see. Is he actually going to play knight f2 check here? I'm sure he can't play queen takes f3, surely, because g takes bishop g2. So is he going to sort of... well, his bishop's and pre now, so he can't do knight f4 because of queen takes g5. Alright, maybe this is a good opportunity to play... No, I can't play queen takes g5. And I can't play g takes. There does seem to be trouble ahead here after this move on this diagonal. Knight e5, rook takes f1. What about rook e2? I'll try rook e2. It's looking a bit dire, though, it's got to be said. And I'm a minute down on the clock now. So if knight f2, rook f2, queen g5. If d3, that looks... Maybe I can play g takes. Oh, okay. Alright, trying to desperately exchange off queen b6. But I'm a whole minute behind. I've really got to speed up as well if I'm going to have any chance in this game. Trying to just get rid of these queens. Actually, queen d5, queen e6. This wasn't how to play against this gambit. This probably needs to... I need to look out the opening to see a reasonable system after this. But his e6 is under fire. Okay, so is that check harmless or not? He's got bishop e3 though here. So that's pretty annoying. Alright, I'll have to take... I think. It's looking a bit miserable. Maybe I'll play rook e1. Alright. Now, can I claw back here? Knight c4 and knight takes e3. His knight might be a bit stranded. Oh dear, another powerful move. Right, rook e2. Okay, no, I'll just take that. And bishop d4. So, am I going to survive this? More pressure. So, if I flick in h4. Okay. Oh, now he's got e2, unfortunately, and then rook g2. It seems really, really dangerous. But I have to play this. Attacking his rook and also his knight on d1. He hasn't got too much time to finish me off here. So he hasn't got rook f2 because of bishop f2. And I'm threatening actually bishop takes d1 here. So maybe it's not all that bad at the moment. I'm catching up a bit on the clock. So will this be a bit jammy? If I can try and get in some pre-moves at an opportune moment. Oh, knight e5, he's blundered. Knight takes g4. Let's try and consolidate the position now. Oh, bishop d4 would have been good. I'll take that knight there. Okay, he's falling to bits. If I can just get win that a6 pawn. Oh. Okay, I'll take the bishop. Can I just march my a pawn? Okay, I'm making this a bit more complicated than I needed to. Oh, a bit more dramatic than I'd hoped for. So they do get a bit tougher on this auto pairing. Let's have a look at that. There's a bit of an onslaught going on there. on the diagonal. So I was hoping for a normal Benko Gambit, but this is vicious. I've lost to this in a long game as well. I think Eames had played this against me. I don't think this D takes is that good here, as shown. This diagonal was really dangerous for the opponent. So is this the Blumenfield Gambit or something? I think it's called that. So B3 is a little bit timid. White's plays a little bit timid here, and that F file is really vicious as well. But the way he played it was very good. So he got rid of my E3 pawn to get access to the F4 square. I think he played this excellently, even though it seemed to give up C4. As soon as he undermined my F4, I was in even bigger trouble because of this manoeuvre to F4. A very exciting game there. I'm sure you agree. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. And if you know what to do against that opening, please let me know in the comments. A good system. Thanks very much.